SNnews News Radio. Thank you so much for coming in with Indacarseat DatGuY, StreetNOW News. Your Jake, Terry Dwayne Ashford. Terry Dwayne Ashford here, coming in live with you at 1:14 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as we just gotten everything rocking and rolling with the Jumpstart. And in the midst, we have also pickups of people trying to steal even the thunder of that. Tag number here on a vehicle that looks just like Scott's vehicle, 7 Dog Water 0488. So Hispanic, he's coming to have images and re-images done, we believe, and we're just making sure that we know what you thought you were doing right here currently at 7th Street, Northwest Washington, D.C. and Sheridan Street here in Washington, D.C. It's a re-image employee that the Hispanic male thought we didn't see him. Tag number here is 7 D as in dog, W as in water, 0488. So, brown Honda Civic, just like Scott's Honda Civic LX, and it was supposed to re-image the employee right back to the schemes and the crimes. We've already fixed it. You're in The Voice right now, live, L-I-V-E, live with Terry Dwayne Ashford, StreetNOW News. We're right here at the corner of 5th Street, Northwest Washington, D.C., the 6300 block of 5th Street and Sheridan Street here in Washington, D.C., right in front of the, it's a middle school here. It's called, I think it's Ida B. Wells Middle School. Yeah, it's the Ida B. Wells Middle School. We have a vehicle. This particular vehicle right here would be re-imaged as Terry Dwayne Ashford, and then that re-imaging would be directed back through third party as Scott Horsley is my friend. And this is the Hispanics carrying out that particular activity. We are there. We're showing you how it works here. 7 Dog Water 0488 and a brown Civic. It was supposed to pick up, become Terry Dwayne Ashford. That particular, he was supposed to act as a friend, Terry Dwayne Ashford, through the light car of his friend Scott Horsley. Now he's traveling down the route, the Indacarseat DatGuY, Terry Dwayne Ashford, would simply travel. We're reporting for you live. Another Hispanic right there. Another Hispanic. We just jumped in front of him. We're making a right onto 3rd Street, Northwest Washington, D.C. It's making a left. Oh, you're so slick. We love you being slick. We're just as slick as you are. Right now, we're going to take you right where you want to go. I'm Terry Dwayne Ashford. You're so slick in carrying out your particular activities. You don't understand what nice people can do, Now it's going to wait. It's going to sit, then it's going to wait right here in the corner. Tag number, we already have the tag number right there. Now it's parked right there on the corner of 3rd Street, Northwest Washington, D.C., 3rd Street, Northwest Washington, D.C., and Tuckerman Street, Northwest Washington, D.C., and we have Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police sitting right there waiting. Probably coming to ascertain that that particular police tag number is 13663. 13663 is the tag number for the Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police that was waiting at the location of the Tacoma Park. Yep, the Tacoma Park Rec Center, Swim Center. Now, you have the identical vehicle of Scott Horsley. Following Terry Dwayne Ashford. We have the tag number right there for you. Goes right into the location and parks. And wait, and you have a police right over there waiting. Well, guess what? We're waiting for you and this police. We have the tag number of the police. And we have the tag number of you. For StreetNOW News, I'm Terry Dwayne Ashford. And now what we're going to go ahead and do right now and give you details of what happened at the vehicle. Well, our friend Scott was busy. Of course, he can't always be available to help in situations like that. He was too busy to get out and assist us to get in a jump start at the Motel 6. Checkout time there was 11 o'clock in the morning. He was too busy, and we understood that. Well, first of all, you've been extremely helpful. So you can't be expected to help forever in a day. We can't expect that. So what ended up happening there is we had to seek a stranger to assist us. We sought two strangers. Both of them said they were coming around to help us, and they wouldn't help us. They never came. We waited for an hour and a half for them to get there from right up the street, one block up the street, and there we still waited until we met the gentleman as we were walking past in the white Dodge. Older gentleman in the white Dodge who was going to help, who said he would help us. And when he would help us, he then trailed us into the Motel 6. He trailed us into the Motel 6. And right there at Motel 6, he said, then you gotta pay me. You gotta pay me. Well, that's when I said I don't have any money, unfortunately. So don't worry about it. Thank you so much. Guess what? The man demanded to be paid. The man demanded to be paid. Yeah, the man demanded to be paid by someone who didn't have any money for a jump start. So that's when Terry Dwayne Ashford said, no, we don't want a jump start. No, we don't want a jump start. Thank you, because we don't have any money to pay you. Guess what? The man got aggressive and demanded, you got to pay me. You asked me, he said. You asked me to stop. You're going to pay me. Oh, yeah? God, dog. Well, unfortunately, I don't have any money. I'm very nice. But I'm definitely not weak. I've told you I don't have any money. I told you I'm not going to pay you. And I did ask you. But now you're going to have to go ahead and go on. The man got so aggressive that Terry Dwayne Ashford, Indacarseat DatGuY, StreetNOW felt threatened. We pulled out the camera. First of all, we're going to get the video of the man first, and then we're going to pop this motherfucker in his head in the middle of this motherfucking street in defense. That's what we're going to do, because we done told you that we don't have money, and we done told you that we're not going to pay you, and we have told you that we did ask you for a jump start under the assumption that you was a nice person, but since you're not, then maybe I was wrong. I accept that, but I'm not going to pay you because I don't have any money, and let's go ahead and just squash it right here. Well, the man demanded to say, you going to pay me. Well, make me laugh then. That is when we got the video. And once we got the video, we was going to go ahead and handle this motherfucker like he needed to have been handled in the middle of this motherfucking street. That is exactly how in the car. See, that guy, Terry Dwayne Ashford, is going to handle it. What we anticipate is that the scheme is going to try to use Terry Dwayne Ashford's defense from the man threatening to take his money. It's going to try to turn that over to be Terry Dwayne Ashford's been the aggressor. No, he wasn't the aggressor. We asked you for a jump start. We politely asked you for a jump start. We politely said we didn't have any money. We politely asked you to demand it, or said that no, we don't want your jump start now, that we don't want it. And because we don't have any money to pay him. But the man demanded to be paid because he was stopped and asked. You got the wrong one. You definitely got the wrong one. We're going to come right on back with this story as we laugh our way through it. Indacarseat DatGuY, StreetNOW Jig found it to be funny. Found it to be funny that, yes, I admit to asking a stranger on the street for a jump start. Yes, I surely do. Have no problem with admitting that. I admit that. I admit you pulling up saying, yeah, you give me a jump start. And when you get there, you say, you're going to pay me. What am I going to pay you with? I don't have any money. Sorry about that. So let's go ahead and just forget it right now. Well, guess what the man said? He said, no, you can't forget it. You done bothered me now. I said, well, please forgive me for bothering you. Forgive me for bothering you. But unfortunately, I don't want to jumpstart because I don't have any money to pay him. The man demanded money. He demanded money from my cute little face. God doggy. He demanded money. And guess what he did when he demanded money? The man got out of the truck when he demanded the money and began to search for some item in the trunk of his truck. Yep, the man got out of his truck when the demand was made and started to search in his truck for what seemed to have been some type of apparatus that would have helped him achieve his demand. That could have been a gun, could have been whatever it could have been. But that is exactly what happened. When the man, after proceed to get out of his truck and demand money from Terry Dwayne Ashford, that is when Terry Dwayne Ashford got in his car and got his video. He started the video because he was going to make sure that we have documents first before we take this motherfucker where he needed to go. And that is when our defense was supposed to have been turned into offense. That is when the scheme was supposed to have turned Terry Dwayne Ashford's defense into Terry Dwayne Ashford's aggression and sabotage him. Guess what? We have the video, and we not only have the video, we have the verbiage and we have the details, and now we have this particular broadcast. The man then told me when he saw that Terry Dwayne Ashford was not going to fall to his threat, the man then turned around and say, well, we're going to give you some help anyway. Can't you see? I was getting my cables out for you. Now, after he saw that Terry Dwayne Ashford wasn't going to deal with his threat, the man then turned around and said he was getting his cables out when he got out of the car at the same time in which he made the threat. Yeah, the man got out of the car at the same time he made the threat saying, you're going to pay me. He got out of the car then and jumped out of his car and started getting something. We don't know what he was getting. You're going to pay me, though. Getting something out of his car. Well, that was threatening to me. And I told you I ain't got no money. How you going to make me give you some money? Well, when the man saw that I wasn't dealing with that, he turns around and comes from behind his truck with cables, and then he came back with a lie, saying, see, I was just gonna help you anyway. I ain't got you don't have to pay me, don't worry about it. That's when I said, okay, that's cool, fine and dandy, but at the same time, you was coming at me wrong. You was coming at me real wrong. You was coming at me real wrong. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You're coming real wrong at the wrong one. And we're going to make sure that you understand who you coming at with your deceit. For StreetNOW News, all of that was supposed to be swapped as Terry Dwayne Ashford being the aggressive one, and that was supposed to have sabotaged Terry Dwayne Ashford's job by the Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police, and that was squashed. His name is Derreck. Once Derreck saw that Terry Dwayne Ashford wasn't having all that, Derreck did begin to smile with no teeth in his mouth, and we began to smile at each other and moved on. For StreetNOW News, that's the way it should have happened from the beginning. Supposed to try to be bad.